Good evening and welcome to Sunset News on this Thursday evening. As always, we bring you news, community stories, economics, weather and sports. I am Aina Kweo.
And I'm Elizabeth Kebes.
In the news tonight, Agriculture Minister Carl Schleitwein today visited the B2 Gold Mines agricultural farm in the Otshonjo-Ndupa region. Schleitwein highlighted that the production methodologies used at the farm may be replicated in government green scheme.
Again at B2 Gold's farm side of it. It's the gold mine that has bought a farm and they are doing intensive farming here. This is the second wheat crop that is currently harvested here. This is a special variety that Mr. Ford found through experimenting, and the yield, as it appears to be, is around about 12 tons a hectare. Now, if you compare that to our yields on green schemes, which are around about 4 if we are lucky, it is 3 times better. And that improvement in yield shows us that how you prepare the soil, how you dose fertilizer, how you irrigate, and what varieties you put in the soil is determining how well your weed yield would be. That's the first point. The second point is, of course, that with yields of between 10 and 12 tons, our goal of becoming self-sufficient is much closer. We have green schemes with a total surface area of 27,000 hectares. If you calculate 10 times 27,000, you are beyond, far beyond the 150,000 tons we need. So self-sufficiency is doable if we follow the right practice, if we do follow the modern agricultural practices where you have a double harvest on each piece of land, that is maize in summer, wheat in winter. You can have 2 yields in one summer and double your income. So I believe it is really doable, and I'm very happy to see here that we can show practically that it is done. Now, in terms of money, a pivot of this size can feed a family if there are 2 harvests per year, one in maize, one in wheat. It is showing that agriculture is the area where we can quickly and without too much effort get families out of poverty, get families into a living standard that is dignified, and we can feed the nation at the same time. So agriculture is where we have to invest and go ahead with intensifying what we have.
What a great initiative. Elizabeth, what are your thoughts on B2 Gold buying a farm? What will come out of it, seeing that this is the new development?
I think any initiative of this nature is always a win for Namibia. I think with the growing concerns around poverty and also the eradication of it, a move like this comes at an opportune time where Namibians can trust that big companies like B2 Gold can also help aid in the eradication of this poverty.
Yeah.
So I think it's always a win. It's not even a question. And I think, yeah, with the harvests, like Carl Schleitwein has said, it can help feed so many families. So it's always a win. I'm all for it.
And most of us as Namibians are farmers, so it only means that we are going to become more sustainable.
Absolutely.
It's really a great initiative.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, moving over to our next story, Fishrod is not to blame for retrenchment experienced in the fishing industry. Derek Klassen said at the annual fishing industry address. Shelton Johannes was there. Have a look.
I want to talk about, this is a topic that some of us, we try to keep ourselves far from it. But Anyway, it does spoke of fish rod, even the mayor mentioning fish rod. Now, I want us to have a clear distinction, and you that sits there as fishermen, fisheries operators, boat operators, companies, you will know the best. Because you are in the industry. Not people from Windhoek out there, people from wherever, to come and tell us the fish rod has cost this and it has cost that. We all know there's a separation. People that lost their jobs in 2015, that were camped at Okapale. That is a story on its own that lasted for more than 5 years. Then your caring government came in and said, let's assist those people. And throughout there was talks about, from the unions and so on, how these people were assisted up to now. We are trying our best to assist these people. That is a story on its own. That is not because of fish rod, and that must be clear. We all know that was a labor matter. Fish rod came, it's something different. And it didn't affect all these people that people wants to, everybody, if they have a problem, they want to drive on the back of fish rod now. That's not the case. And you involved is where you know the truth. You know the truth. And sometimes you must speak the truth also.
Now, Elizabeth, in this video is clear. Mr. Derek says that the people of Walvis Bay know the truth. What are your thoughts on this whole story about fish rod?
I think it's a very loaded statement.
Yeah.
And I think any conversation around fish rod, there's some trauma, not even some, there's a lot of trauma attached to that. And I feel like as Namibians, it's a very touchy subject to talk about. But I think what Mr. Klassen was trying to do, he was trying to draw very clear distinctions between what actually unfolded with fish rod as opposed to what followed, what seemed to have followed, which in this case were the retrenchments.
Yes.
But I feel like no matter what your stance is around this, both of these things, both of these occurrences were very pivotal points in Namibia's history. So it's a very touchy subject. I don't really know what the minister wanted to what he wanted to achieve with the statement.
Yeah, I think perhaps he wanted to also, just draw a distinction between what really happened and the hearsay that is on the streets, what the people are actually saying, and perhaps he is trying to clarify some of those misunderstandings. Now, after the break, according to Economic News, Life Liberty Namibia celebrates its 20th anniversary. We'll be right back. We are so excited to be kickstarting your morning with entertainment. Everything was happening during this past weekend.
Yes.
Exciting news. Wow, no, she was killing it already.
In my opinion, I don't see anything wrong with him serving the full term.
As well as keeping you informed on the issues that you need to know happening in and around our country. In economic news tonight, Liberty Life Namibia on Wednesday night celebrated its 20th anniversary in the country with a gala event. We spoke to Liberty Life Namibia Managing Director Monique Klute.
We are meeting up with Monique Klute, the Managing Director of Liberty Namibia, and it is a very special occasion tonight. Monique, tell us about it.
Hi Joe, it's such a privilege to be here tonight. We are celebrating our 20th birthday in Namibia, so 20 years of being in it with our customers.
A few highlights over 2 decades.
Joe, it's been such an amazing experience. The business has grown from strength to strength. Some of the highlights for me is the launch of our mobile office, the launch of new products, bringing in investment type and pre-retirement products for customers, and really reaching the point where we can service customers from cradle to grave and really take them through all their different life stages and be there for them at every step of the way.
Great. And just a little bit of a snapshot of Liberty's role in Namibia at the moment. Your market share, your footprint, all of that.
So we are number 5 at the moment in terms of market share. When I look at our footprint, we've expanded quite nicely. So we are in Windhoek. We are opening a new service center in Windhoek as well. And then we are at the coast of Walvis Bay. We've got an office in Oshakati. And one of the things that really makes me smile is our mobile office, where we're able to reach customers who cannot actually reach us. So we're able to go out and meet our customers where they find themselves.
And the future? What does the future for Liberty Life look like in Namibia?
Joe, I'm very excited about where we're headed. I think if you look at it, the insurance industry, you often find people struggle to see the value, but that's really the point in time where we're there. And I think the fact that we can be in it with our customers, we can really show up for them when they need it, I think that's going to continue into the future. I think that's what customers need from us, and we're going to try and reach them a lot better. So we are looking at how we get to our customers in a better way.
Fantastic. Congratulations and have a great night.
Thank you very much, Joe. Thanks so much for your time.
Congratulations to Liberty Life Namibia. Here's to 20 more years. Long live. And now let's have a look at our economic indicators. The Namibian dollar trades for 23 Namibian dollars 57 cents to 1 British pound, 20 Namibian dollars 52 cents to 1 euro, and 18 Namibian dollars 83 cents gets you 1 US dollar. Two commodities, particularly gold and copper, have increased. Gold with 0.08% and copper with 0.20%. Platinum and Brent crude oil have both dropped. Platinum 0.75% as well as Brent crude oil with 1.53%. After the break, we return with international news. Stay with us.
Welcome to My.NA Cars, your ultimate destination for everything automotive.
I am your host, Diana Master. Teamwork makes the dream work, right?
Discover the latest models, innovative technologies, and expert insights from our passionate hosts. Learn essential maintenance tips and get exclusive behind-the-scenes access to the automotive industry. Don't miss My.NA Cars on NTV every Thursday at 2100 hours. Tune in and ignite your passion for automobiles.
We are so excited to be kickstarting your morning with entertainment. Everything was happening during this past weekend.
Yes.
Exciting news.
Wow, no, she was killing it already.
In my opinion, I don't see anything wrong with him serving the full term.
As well as keeping you informed on the issues that you need to know happening in and around our country. In international news tonight, Spanish Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez told Israel that the response to Hamas attacks cannot imply the death of innocent civilians in Gaza, including thousands of children. Sanchez, accompanied by his Belgian counterpart Alexandre De Croo, was visiting the West Bank on an official trip representing the current and upcoming rotating presidencies of the Council of the European Union. Have a look.
Since the beginning of these terrible attacks, has a right to defend itself. against these attacks. But Israel must also comply with international law, including international humanitarian law. The response cannot imply the death of innocent civilians in Gaza, including thousands of children. So we need to urgently stop the humanitarian catastrophe in Gaza. Any solution must be comprehensive, and it must lead to the establishment of a viable Palestinian state. Israelis and Palestinians have the right to live in peace and security. We need the commitment of the international community to make it happen, so you can count on Spain in this endeavor, Mr. President.
Elizabeth, let's talk about, international law and humanitarian law. Is it really impactful?
I think this whole discussion around this war that's going on is very sensitive. And it's important to understand that right now we seem to be living through another genocide.
Yes.
And I'm not old enough to have physically been present in the genocide that we face here in Namibia, but the repercussions are still very real for us now.
Yes.
So this humanitarian law, international humanitarian law, this is a law that governs the conduct of hostilities. And it's very different from the law that actually governs or oversees the actual act of causing distress or violence.
Yes.
And no matter what the legalities between both these laws are, I feel like every party that's involved right now, and it hurts me to say that, it shouldn't even be a question that they should comply with these laws.
They should comply with these laws. I mean, any life lost is one too many.
Yeah.
I think that the most important thing is to safeguard ourselves as human beings.
Absolutely.
We are human beings at the end of the day, and even to lose the lives of innocent children, it's just not, we can't live in a world where we say an eye for an eye. We have to do what is morally right, what we stand for, what we believe in. I think that's what should Israel do, and I also think that is what Hamas should do. All of them must come together and comply with these laws that are in place. All right, and on that note, after the break, we bring you the weather.
Hi Sonia.
Hi Tufini. What are you reading?
I'm reading about the Child Care and Protection Act in this pamphlet I got from school.
What's that?
It is Namibia's main law for the children and the issues affecting them. The act classifies here that a child is anyone under the age of 18 years. Check out some of the rights meant to protect you. For more information, contact the Children's Advocate.
For more information, contact the Children's Advocate Namibia in the Office of the Ombudsman on 061 20 73 111. Send us an SMS on 20401. SMS costs 40 cents. You can also send us a message via our Facebook page. Remember, the services of the Children's Advocate are free of charge.
Let us have a look at the weather predictions for tomorrow. Katima Muliro, Rundu and Enana can expect a minimum of 22 degrees, while Tsumeb or Chiwarongo can expect a maximum of 32 degrees. Omaruru will be experiencing a maximum of 33 degrees, while Windhoek 31 degrees. Moving over to the coast, Henties Bay will be experiencing a minimum of 16 degrees, as well as Swakopmund. Keetmanshoop, Aranos and Ludret will be experiencing 34 degrees, 36 degrees and 31 degrees respectively, and that is maximum degrees. After the break, we return shortly. Stay with us.
Take a load off and tune into another episode of Brave Namibia as we take a look at both ordinary and extraordinary Namibians. Brave Namibia is broadcasted on NTV Saturdays at 6:30 p.m. and oneup2.com, as well as broadcasted on the following Facebook platforms on Wednesday at 5:30 p.m. Republicane, Allgemeine Zeitung, Namibian Sun, and all Namibia Media Holdings pages. For more information, contact the Brave team at brave@synergy.com.na. Brave Namibia, for the ordinary and extraordinary Namibians.
Good evening and welcome to Sunset News.
Attachment stays in list A in the speech, rate and taxes, and how much.
After the break, we take a look at the sports.
We bring you
Economic indicators, tomorrow's weather and sports. I am Ainara Isakweo. In our sports news tonight, Joseph Thomas, the lucky winner of the Los Soccer Joel competition, will be traveling to Ivory Coast with sports rep Jesse Jackson and NTV's multimedia operator in January 2024 to witness the Brave Warriors in action. NMH would like to extend a big thank you to our partners, which are Tafelaga, DSTV Namibia, and GoTV, particularly. Without them, this would have not been possible. Have a look.
Well, they say every man makes his luck, and Joseph Thomas, today is your lucky day, but it has been a long time coming, I'm sure of that, ever since the competition started, and we are here at Biggie's Car Wash, and well, what a time to be alive for you. What a time to be alive. I repeat again, maybe you think you're dreaming, you can pinch yourself once more and see whether you're dreaming or not. Well, it is not a dream. You have made it, my friend. You have made it. You are going to the Africa Cup of Nations in January. The family is going to know, Namibia is going to know, and Africa is going to know, as well as the world is going to know about your existence right now. Well, tell me, how do you feel about this?
It's a bit of too much emotions, but to be honest, I'm very exciting, and it seems like you're saying I think I'm still dreaming. But I would like to thank all the sponsors for making my dream alive, and the fact is that I'm one of the biggest Brave Warriors supporter, and it will be an honor for me to cheer behind them and in Ivory Coast. Thank you very much.
Well, when I saw you did a Cristiano Ronaldo celebration there once you won it, but well, I think you need to do a Peter Shalulile one as well after this one, because he will be leading the Brave Warriors that is in the Africa Cup of Nations. I just want to know, how did you come across this competition?
Actually, it was on Facebook. So I found it on Facebook. I clicked the link, then it popped up more questions. So for me, the questions were very easy because I'm a fan of Brave Warriors and I have been following Brave Warriors for so long. So I clicked the link, I answer all the questions. So I post the link on my WhatsApp status and on Instagram. So and also I notify my family member, friends. So they applied through my reference link, and I would like to thank them for that.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
That's very exciting. I would have loved a trip like that. All expenses paid.
That is amazing. I couldn't even, stop hoping it was me. Very, very amazing. Now moving over to our next story, musician Top Cherry has banned an endorsement deal with Auto House Windhoek. The deal is for 3 months and will see the superstar riding in a Polo Vivo.
But today we are getting cars from VW. So this is a win for all the dreamers. Come on. Everywhere. Definitely. So let's pop the champagne, guys. There's more champagne inside here.
I honestly just love seeing Namibian celebrities and local creatives win.
Yeah.
What an incredible, endorsement to have.
And such a great message to share with young Namibian women, even though it's not really your dream or your goal in life to be an artist, musically or whatever. I think it's a very positive thing to do.
Yeah, it shows
Keep doing
us,
that.
yes, it shows us that we can. Anything is possible. Absolutely love. And with that, we've come to the end of tonight's broadcast. Make sure you join Sunset News on Facebook, on all NMH platforms on weekdays, as well as on our website, which is called oneup2.com. Sunset News screens on DSTV channel 285 as well as GoTV 25 every weekday from 7:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. This has been Sunset News. Please don't end your day without us. Good night.